Okay, hi everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. First of all, sorry I didn't post last week. I just didn't want to. Second of all, sorry for the shitty lighting, but I'm getting a better light soon. So hopefully, yay. And then third, this outfit, I don't know, I'm going to like a party in a little bit where it's like I'm dressing 90s and I really did the best that I could. So I'm very excited about this video because I think it's gonna be my favorite video yet because it's so like ridiculous. So I'm gonna be talking about my 5 most awkward moments in my life that I can think of at least. So let's get into it. Okay, the first one is one of my personal favorites and it comes from a time when I was a junior in high school, and we had this thing at my high school called SSR, and it's super dumb. It's called Sustained Silent Reading, and like Tuesdays and Thursdays for 20 minutes in your third period class, like right after lunch, you have to sit there for 20 minutes and like silently read, and the teachers are like pretty strict about it. Like you can't use your phone, you can't write, you just have to fucking read, and it's so lame. Like nobody wants to fucking read, obviously. Don't read, kids. So I was on my phone, of course, being the badass that I am. Just kidding. Okay, so there's this guy in my class who I'm like not really friends with, but he's like in my class. So we were Snapchatting and he Snapchatted me like a picture of himself. And I thought it would be really funny if I Snapchatted him a picture of our teacher back to him. So I pulled out my phone, was like not being sly at all, obviously, because me. And I like picked it up, went to take a picture of her. She wasn't even looking, so I thought I could get away with it. The second I take it, she turns over and goes in front of the entire class, "Hey, did you just take a picture of me?" And I was like, and you want to know what I fucking responded? I said, "No, I'm just taking a selfie." Like, I literally feel like that's more embarrassing. Like, I don't know her. But anyways, yeah, that's definitely more embarrassing. But I mean, I thought she like can't be mad at me. So she was just like, "Oh." And then like went back to her work, and it was really fucking awkward. And everyone in the class probably thought I was fucking weird because I'm like out in like crowd taking fucking selfies in the middle of class. But yeah, that was really fucking awkward and I will never get over it. Okay, my second moment comes from a time in like, I think it was middle school or elementary school when I was in a restaurant with my friend and her family, and this waitress, like, okay, so I learned this thing that people, like, this one girl said it to me and I thought it was cute, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna try it on someone else. So I was like, oh, have a good day, and she's like, you have a better one, like, you know, like, you have an even better day than me, you know, like, it's cute, right? Yeah, whatever. So we were leaving the restaurant and the waitress is like, have a good day, and I was like, you have a better one, and then she was like, oh, wait, like, what? I'm not having a bad day. And I was like, no, like, I mean, like, have, like, a better one, and then, like, than me. And she was like, what? I'm not like having a bad day. And I was like, and then I just like left, and it was really fucking awkward and I'll never forget it. So I feel like that's not that hard to understand, but I don't know, maybe she was like just having a bad day, but I guess she wasn't, so I don't fucking know. Okay, so the third one comes from the mall, and I think I was like early high school. You know how those salespeople like at the kiosks, they'll be like, oh, like come try this product, like blah blah blah. And for some reason, I like didn't think I could say no. So there's this like, this dude, I think he was straightening hair, and he was like, you, come here. And like, I just literally looked at him, panicked, and ran. And my friends were like, what the fuck? I like literally ran away. But it was like, I don't know. I was like, he didn't pose it as a question. It was like a demand. It was like, come here. So I didn't have a fucking choice. Like, it couldn't be like, no. I don't know. In my mind, I was like, there's no way I can say no because it wasn't a question, which I now realize is fucking dumb. But I just ran away, and I won't forget that because my friends were like, what the actual fuck? And I was like, he didn't leave me a choice. So that was fun. Good times. Okay, my friends never like to let me forget this one. The time I cussed out a toddler at Wings and Things. So that's what they referred to it as. But hear me out. So I was at Wings and Things, which is like where I live. It's like a chicken wings like restaurant, and in my high school is very popular, and like people always go there. So we went there after school, like we like always did, and I was with my friends and like being fucking loud and obnoxious per usual, and I was like saying something, and I was like, what the fuck, just like talking to them. And this lady at the booth, like the booth connected to ours, like, you know how booths are like, yeah. So she turns around with her fucking baby and she says, excuse me, can you watch your language because there's children here? And I was just like, and then we literally just got up and left. And somehow that evolved to me saying that I cussed out a toddler in Wings, so I'll take it. And my number one most fucking awkward moment of my actual life to this day comes from when I was in Europe 2 summers ago. And this is my favorite story. So in Europe, a lot of people use public transportation, as they probably do many other places around the world, but not here in San Diego. So anyways, I was going on like the underground train. I don't remember where I was specifically. It was maybe like Spain or Paris. I don't know. I was standing there with my friend Mallory, and we were enjoying our time as good travelers do. And this lady comes in right as the doors are closing, pushes me with all her strength out of the way and goes through this train. And I was like, what the hell? I don't know. She was gone. She just pushed fucking through me. So I turned to Mallory and I was like, this bitch just fucking pushed through me and like whatever, didn't even say anything. And this man turns around, apparently standing right next to this girl, and goes, she's not a bitch and she didn't know if you spoke English. And I was like, well, she still could have like tapped me on the shoulder or tried fucking some language, said anything instead of being like aggressive. And then we were like going back and forth for like a second, but I'm like really non-confrontational. It was so awkward. And then we had to stand next to each other on the rest of the fucking train ride for the whole time. And I was like, kill me, this is so awkward, this is so awkward. And Mallory's like, well, you shouldn't have done it. And I was like, bitch. And it was so awkward. And I'll never forget that also because it was painful. It was painful to stand there from point A to point B, the longest fucking 5 minutes of my life. And you know what? She was a bitch. So it's fine. Do you hear my dad revving his fucking engine in the driveway? Okay, well anyways, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you want more like personal stories, and I didn't mean to say that. I meant subscribe for new videos every Tuesday, sometimes mostly. But let me know if you want more of these like story time kind of personal videos because they're funny and I am trash and I like to share that with the world. So that hopefully one day I can never get a job because in all my classes they're like, oh, you need to put your social media on private. And I'm like, dude, I am fucked because I already put everything on the fucking internet about like drugs and all this shit. So come at me, world. Just kidding. It's fine, I guess. Anyways. Yeah, I guess that's it. It's fine.
I am running faster. I am running out of sight. Tonight I am starting over, running at the speed of light.